Well, the holidays are a time of cheer and spending time with family, but unfortunately, heart attacks are more likely during the holiday season than any other time. And joining us now, Dr. Richard Ferguson with the Black Physicians of Utah, the president, to talk about how we can stay healthy while still enjoying the holidays. Dr. Ferguson, why are the holidays more common for heart attacks?
I'm glad you brought that up, and it's something that we need to be very mindful of. It's for about several reasons, and I'll narrow it down. Part of it is increased stress, right? So we are often consumed with shopping, cooking, finishing work deadlines, and then it leads to us often ignoring signs and symptoms of declining health. Particularly also, we tend to disrupt a lot of our normal routines. So we're more likely to postpone our routine medical appointments, med refills. We're often more distracted, busier, and then, also more apparent is cold weather. Our blood vessels constrict during cold weather to keep our core tips high. And so we get an inflammatory response that leads to increased risk of clot. So if you're someone with already pre-existing cardiovascular disease or you're a diabetic, that puts even more strain on your heart. And then, of course, lastly, we're a bit overindulgent. We let things go a little bit more. We eat a little bit past full, often with higher fat and higher salt in our food. And we need to be mindful to do more in moderation, and also to decrease alcohol usage as well, because we're off from work or we're spending time with family, which is already part of that stress, but then we tend to overeat.
So what are the signs of a heart attack? What should people be watching out for just to make sure, we don't end up in the ER this Christmas?
Yeah, pain or discomfort in the chest or over the chest. So it doesn't have to be dead center necessarily on the left. Lightheadedness, nausea or vomiting. Mind you, this sometimes can happen when someone says, "Oh, I just ate too much," or "That's heartburn. Let me dismiss it." Don't dismiss it. Jaw, neck, or back pain. Often middle of the back can be a little bit more common in women because it can be an atypical presentation. And then discomfort or pain in arm or the shoulder. And then lastly, and this is what threw people off about 2 Christmases ago, because of shortness of breath. That was often synonymous with COVID. And so some people were actually incurring heart attacks or early heart attack symptoms at the time, but they were attributing it to, it's possibly COVID.
Okay, so I'm having a lot of fun these holidays. I'm doing, just enjoying myself, but how can you were mentioning, we kind of get off track. So how can we balance the holidays, but also stay active, healthy? Do you have any recommendations for us there?
Celebrate in moderation. That's the first thing. Grandma and mom will still know you love them if you don't finish all the food on your plate. Next, I would say plan for a peaceful time with yourself and others on the holidays. So reduce stress from family interactions, strain finances, maybe shop a little less. Keep moving. American Heart Association recommends 150 minutes of physical activity per week. We often fall away from this routine over the holidays. You don't necessarily need to leave your family for the gym, but going for a walk, bowling, right after that, one of those meals, or eating some of the leftovers. And lastly, stick to your medications. That's often, to me, often an easier fix. Busy holidays can make way for us skipping our meds. And so we need to be mindful of getting that refill before the pharmacy closes, and try not to skip any doses. But yes, keep moving, reduce our food intake, plan for peace, and then also be most mindful of recognizing those key 5 signs of a heart attack: shortness of breath, discomfort and pain in your shoulder, jaw, neck, or back pain, and then lightheadedness, nausea, accompanied by pain or discomfort in the chest.
Excellent advice. Thank you so much, Dr. Richard Ferguson. Happy holidays to you.
Happy holidays to you.